Thousands of hometown music fans will be heading to Canalside on August 11th when one of Canada's hottest bands takes the stage. Our hometown camera caught up with Ron Hawkins from the Lowest of the Low when he was here recently for a benefit show at the town ballroom.
You know, when did you first come to Buffalo with Lowest of the Low?
I want to say it was 92, maybe 1992. We played Nietzsche's, which is still here, still going strong, which is unusual. You know, it's unusual to see. Toronto's the same way. It has a handful of clubs that have been going since the 80s, you know, 70s, 40s. Yeah, I think I have this theory that I've developed over time, but I mean, from touring west in Canada and the States, how the regions kind of go north-south, and we've got a lot more in common with the industrial north, you know, like with Buffalo and Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and Toronto, than we do with people in Vancouver. The breakthrough record for us was Shakespeare in My Butt, which was, you know, I'd been writing songs for 15 years before that, making records with my older bands, Popular Front, Social Insecurity, before Lowest of the Low, that didn't quite break through. And the reason I think is because I was writing these sort of capital P political ideas that I felt, I knew about, and I also felt that I felt them personally. But it wasn't until my life sort of fell apart. I had a breakup, and I started to bring all that into a smaller microcosm. It was smaller P politics, really. And so all of those ideas now became sort of channeled through my writing about my friends and people in my city, and and again, as I say, like Toronto was a bit of a microcosm. You know, it's universal, I think, for people in Buffalo and Winnipeg and places like that. So the stories resonated, but it was about bringing it closer. You know, the phrase I was using as I started writing about the trees instead of the forest. You know, and that seemed to resonate with people. Like almost ironically, you know, the less big I made it, the more reach it had. You know.
Talk to me about Beautiful Girl. What's the inspiration on that?
Right, that's about my daughter, Ruby B. Well, this has a Buffalo connection, too. Everything comes back to Buffalo. I came to play at somebody's wedding. I played one song at a wedding in Buffalo at where the Philharmonic plays. I guess that big building? Yeah, Kleinance. Beautiful building. But I was ushered into the basement because the bride was not supposed to know I was there, right? So they sat me there, and they were plying me with champagne and fed me, and I had a guitar down there because I was sitting there before the show and everything, and I just started messing around, and I came up with this piece of music, which I guess now 6 years later became the song Beautiful Girl, which is about my daughter, Ruby B, who just turned 10. So it was kind of like
nice age, Ron. Nice age.
It's a great age. Well, I mean, they're all great ages and terrible ages in their own way, right? But yeah. So it's, you know, I've had a couple of songs in my career where I'm kind of trying to say, look, here's what I know about life. Like, here's the how-to manual as far as I see it. You know, my joke is always that they're very short how-to manuals, what I've gleaned over the years. But yeah, it's about her. And the cool thing too is I got to make a video with her where I said to her, you know, you want to be the star of this video, and the way I wanted to set it up was like, you know, at the beginning they'll just see your eyes and they'll just see the tips of your ears, and then when we pull back, we'll see that my voice is coming out of your mouth and you're singing the lines, and then we cut to me playing guitar. So she was into that, and we shot her stuff and everything, and then she wanted to shoot all the stuff that I was in. So, you know, 9 years old at the time, she was down on the ground with the camera and everything, and I had so much fantastic usable footage from her, that it was a real, father-daughter project, you know.
Talk to me about your relationship with the band.
Well, you know, there's a great love. I have a great love for everybody that has been in the band. Lowest of the Low, Do-Good Assassins, like, you know, we've lost some members here and there, and you know, like with Lowest of the Low, I mean, we're talking about a 25-year journey. So anybody trying to keep a working unit of egos together, not just egos, but like you're in the van, it's hard work. It's, you know, I think maybe more than the hard work, the downtime is what grinds people and creates, you know, I mean, maybe doesn't create, but it helps feed things like substance abuse problems and stuff, because you've got so much time on your hands and you're just trying to entertain yourself, you know, find ways to keep yourself busy. So the fact that you can keep anybody in a band for longer than 5 years, you know. I love all the people that have been in Lowest of the Low, like brothers, and we've had falling outs and some have left. You know, most recently in 2013, Steve, who was a founding member, quit the band, didn't want to do it anymore. And it's been, that was tough to go through. And we, for a while we thought maybe we just close the book on the band and that's it, that's the history, that's the story. But then, it was calling us and people wanted to see the band and we moved on, and I'm super glad we did. We got Brian on guitar now, Brian McMillan, and it's been fantastic. Shows have been great.
I wanna take a streetcar downtown, read a bit of Britannia and wander around. It drinks happiness from a tin, 'cause by you I check as to come in. Oh, where you been? Because everything is coming up rosy and green. Now the wind is cold and the smell of snow. Oh, to the day. Your smile is fine, it's just like mine. It won't go away, 'cause everything is rosy.